Have you ever met someone and just instantly felt off? Like, absolutely not. Me and this person just are not gonna vibe, right? And it's definitely not just a vibes thing, bestie. What you're experiencing is a cataclysmic astrological collision. Welcome back, besties. So I hope you're well and you've been taking care of yourselves. What we're going to do today is kind of go through the combinations of zodiac signs that most times just don't get along. The energy and vibe can be really off with these people. We're also going to talk about, the one instance where they can be an unstoppable duo. We're leaving the most toxic, unexpected one for last. So stay tuned and let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to talk about in this case is Aries and Cancer, or Aries, in fact, with any water sign. Let's be honest, if you've ever dated a Cancer, a Scorpio, or any emotional water sign as an Aries, you kind of block them for a reason. I want to say as lovers, it's kind of a total toxic territory situation. Cancer sees Aries as heartless, a psychopath, a person who kind of destroys the emotional peace. Aries wants a challenging match, someone who's going to be very intense and very impulsive. Cancer kind of retreats into this really cold shell of passive aggressiveness and silence. Cancer and Aries will literally drain each other's souls. And as friends, it's a wild roller coaster, I will say so. You either are besties for life, or you kind of don't speak for months because Aries said something too harsh and Cancer is kind of still holding on to that kind of grudge. So the instances where they do really click, though, are when there's a common enemy. If you need to kind of destroy a toxic ex, Aries will fearlessly ride to the dawn and at the dawn to intimidate them, right? While Cancer stays back and they provide the ultimate emotional safe haven for Aries, tactical advice as well when you're kind of going to war with this common enemy, and comfort food. Let's move on to Taurus and Aquarius. If a Taurus ever tries to settle down with an Aquarius or a chaotic air sign, it probably ended in a very massive fight about boundaries. It's kind of a domestic nightmare. Taurus wants to stay in and kind of cuddle on an expensive couch that they bought, and Aquarius wants to invite 5 random strangers over at 2 a.m. They kind of want to discuss the simulation, and Taurus kind of feels neglected and Aquarius feels suffocated by the stubborn Taurus and the stubborn rules that they have. And as friends, you're the friend group's weirdest duo, right? Taurus tries to fix Aquarius's chaotic lifestyle. Aquarius tries to force Taurus to try new things. It could be constant bickering between these two signs, but you secretly kind of respect each other's stubbornness. And when they do actually kind of click and work is in the situation where it involves business and innovation. So if you team up to kind of launch a brand with, these two signs, you're kind of unstoppable. Aquarius invents the disruptive, futuristic concept, and then Taurus kind of builds the rock solid financial foundation. And, they actually make a very profitable and long-lasting enterprise. Next is Gemini and Virgo, or Gemini with any earth signs, actually. If you're a Gemini and you try to date a Virgo or a strict earth sign, you probably left them because you felt like you were being audited. You both share the planet Mercury, but you speak different languages. As lovers, you'll literally give each other chronic anxiety, I reckon. Virgo wants a minute-by-minute itinerary for a first date night, and Gemini wants to abandon the reservation to follow a street musician to a secret party. Virgo kind of feels really disrespected by this, and Gemini constantly feels judged and, kind of feeling micromanaged as well by the Virgo. But as friends, right, you are the chaos and the order, I guess, as a duo. Gemini brings the fun, Virgo brings the sanity, and Gemini keeps Virgo from overthinking, while Virgo keeps Gemini from making terrible life choices. And the times at which this relationship does actually click is a situation where there needs to be a surviving of crisis kind of circumstance, right? And when everything kind of completely goes wrong on a road trip, Gemini will smoothly, talk you both out of a police station. Virgo will be the grounded one, right? Who actually kind of has packed the first aid kit and kept the receipts and knows exactly where the way home is. Next up, we have Libra and Capricorn, or Libra with any earth signs. So Libra and Capricorn, when this, pairing attempts a relationship, it usually ends because one feels like one is too cold and the other feels like the other is too fake. As lovers, it honestly feels like a corporate performance review, I want to say. Libra wants romance, Libra wants aesthetics, Libra wants constant emotional reassurance. And Capricorn is busy working a 14-hour day. They're thinking, I paid the rent and that is your reassurance. Libra kind of feels abandoned, I guess, and starts to look for validation elsewhere, while Capricorn at this point cuts them off because you don't know what you want, and it happens almost without a single tear. And as friends, you're the power networking duo. Libra knows everyone in the city, and Capricorn knows how to turn those interactions or connections into real, like, money or status. You guys really respect each other's social strategy. So when does this relationship actually click? In a mentor-mentee dynamic, I think this would work great. And, some sort of career partnership would also be great. Capricorn acts as the, tough, no-nonsense life coach in this case, who kind of forces Libra to stop crying and set actual boundaries. Libra kind of teaches Capricorn how to relax a little and smile and enjoy their success without burning out. Now, the next signs we're going to explore are Sagittarius and Pisces. So if you're a Pisces who's dated a Sagittarius, then you definitely cried yourself to sleep while they wondered why you were being dramatic. And so as lovers, you're completely emotionally incompatible, right? Sagittarius will look at Pisces' like deeply personal artwork or outfit and say, yeah, it's okay. But the colors are kind of weird, like something is all off. And then Pisces feels really spiritually attacked and shuts down. Sagittarius gets frustrated by all the emotional eggshells that they constantly feel like they have to walk on. So when does this relationship actually click? As travel buddies or like spiritual partners. So Pisces connects Sagittarius to the deep, mystical energy of the universe, kind of helping them see the deeper meaning in things, while Sagittarius fearlessly leads physical adventure, right? And it protects the Pisces in the real world. So let's move on to the next pairing. We have Leo and Capricorn. Finally, the ultimate like wild card, I guess, at this point. Leo and Capricorn. As lovers, it's pure clash of the titans, and it usually falls over money and like attention. So never let them share a budget. Leo will blow the savings on a glamorous party, designer clothing, because you know what? Life is too short. And Capricorn will kind of instantly shut it down and have zero like return on investment. Leo feels starved, I guess, for attention in this kind of dynamic, and Capricorn feels like they're raising a dramatic child. And as friends, you're the VIP list kind of friends, right? You only hang out at the best places, you dress to impress, and you love showing off your success, right? This success is very loud and proud to the world. But when does this dynamic actually work? When does it actually click? I want to say as a power couple running a major project or hosting an event, Capricorn, I guess, stays completely behind the scenes, masterfully, like they handle all the stressful stuff in the background, the logistics, the tech, while, Leo steps into the spotlight and they magnetically entertain the crowd. Here's the cosmic truth, I guess, besties, right? You don't actually hate any zodiac sign. You kind of just hate the parts of yourselves that this other sign reveals. I want to know who your ultimate nemesis is. Please do drop your sign and the sign that you are absolutely just like not into as a whole. It would be really interesting to find out what that is. So please do drop those comments, and please like this video, share this video with all your friends and anyone who you might think really needs to hear this. And yeah, subscribe, of course. I mean, what else if you haven't? I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah.